So start by making your x and y axis. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and make it 5 in every direction. You shouldn't need to go more than 10 ever for something in this class. If the numbers are really that large, just scale it by 2s or by 3s or 4s, whatever. For this one, we're just going to go 5 in each direction. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the left, 5 to the right, and 5 down. So now that we have our x and y axis, we're going to go ahead and graph this. The next thing we do is plot the y-intercept. This says +1, so +1. I want you to go up 1 on the y-axis. Remember that number is your y-intercept, so it does have to be on the y-axis. Now we need to use the slope, but you'll notice that in this case the slope is two things that we're not familiar with yet. It is negative. That's going to change things. It's also a whole number. Whole numbers are always over what? 1. So we still have a rise over run. In this case, it's just an invisible 1. So I'm going to go ahead and say from this point, my slope is negative 4 over 1. And here's the thing we need to be paying close attention to. If a slope is negative, it is completely wrong to go down 4 and left 1. Down is negative, right? Left is negative, right? So why is that wrong? If I want my slope is a negative 4 over 1, why can't I go down, that's negative, and left, that's negative? It's all negative, what's the problem? Raise your hand. Right, because if I go negative and negative, what do two negatives make? Positive. I need this to be negative, which means I can only do one of those two movements as a negative number. So you have two options here. To make a negative 4, you could say that it is negative 4 divided by positive 1, or you could say it's positive 4 divided by negative 1. It does not matter, so here are the two options. From that point, I could say, let's go down 4. That's negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's the only negative I'm allowed to use, otherwise it turns it into a positive, so let's go right 1. Down 4, right 1. A negative and a positive, make a negative. Or, if I wanted to, from that same point, I could have gone up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's positive. I don't want positive. I need this to be negative, so I would now need to go left, because that makes it negative. A positive up and a negative left make a negative. Either way, I get 3 points that if I connect them, they do make a straight line. So go ahead and connect your 3 points. And that's our entire graph. So you just have to be very careful. If it's a whole number, it is over 1. If it's negative, only one of the two movements, up and down or left and right, only one of those can be negative as you place your next point.